Hi, anyone and everyone. This is Kim, the Humble Hermit with Come As You Are Oracle. I'm going to do a collective tarot for today. Today is Tuesday, April 15th, 2025. You may follow me on the book, the talk, the tube, the lemonade, the blue sky social, the fan base, the Insta, the Pinterest, or not. Totally up to you. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it doesn't fit, don't make it fit. If some of it fits, fabulous. Whatever does not, please just leave it on the table for someone else. We don't want you taking on energy that wasn't meant for you. We're going to use Intuitive City Oracle by Rob Barthelman, intuitiveintention.com, or you can find his decks in the TikTok shop. Here's the deal. I hit the record button. I don't know if it kicked off. I don't know if I just tapped it and it didn't, I swear to God it was on. And I did my intro, and I shuffled the cards, and I have the cards on the table. And then all of a sudden I look up and I'm like, it's not recording. Why is it not recording? Yeah. All right. I already have 10 cards on the table. They're already sitting here. They're already waiting. Not that you can see them all, but you can see a few of them. These guys up there. I'm not starting over. I want to do this reading. So we're doing it. We've got 5 of Cups. We've got the King of Swords. We got the World card. We've got 2 of Swords. We've got the 9 of Wands. We've got Temperance. Queen of Swords. We got the Ace of Wands. The Wheel of Fortune. And bottom of the deck, 6 of Pentacles. Feminine, masculine, take how it resonates. It doesn't matter. It's funny because the first thing I thought when the cards were coming out is that someone is very accomplished, but for some reason, there's still a disappointment in oneself for their achievements. They don't feel like they've achieved enough, or maybe they don't feel like they've achieved it soon enough, because there's some inner turmoil there. There's some kind of someone's inner battle with oneself, because most of these cards are great. The World card, I love the 9 of Wands card. Queen of Swords, Ace of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, 6 of Pentacles. I love all these cards. And you can liken this to anything. You could say this is a work situation, a job. You could say this is a relationship. You could say this is a lover's relationship, a boyfriend, girlfriend, spouse, whatever. You could say this is about anything. That you could say this is about, your favorite hobby. It's someone realizing they need to come to terms, they need peace within, in regards to what they've done, how far they've come. Why can't you just be happy with what you've done so far? Why do you think that you're not as accomplished as someone else, or you don't have as many achievements under your belt as someone else. And again, why would you compare yourself to someone else in that regard? Because who cares? And I don't mean that in a bitchy way. I mean, like, who cares? Who cares what somebody else does or doesn't do? Like, who gives it? Like, you're your own person. Why would I care? Okay, okay, perfect example, right? Writing a book, okay? I tell, a coworker, like, oh, I'm writing a book. And they're like, oh, I always wanted to do that. And let's say they start writing a book and they get theirs published before I do. Okay. Am I supposed to be pissed off about it? Am I supposed to be jealous about it? Because I'm not. Congratulations. I can't guarantee I'm going to buy it and read it because I only buy and read what I'm interested in. If I'm not interested, I'm not buying it. No offense. It's just not happening. I mean, maybe I could buy it as a gift for someone else if I think someone else would like it. But you know what I'm saying? Why would I be pissed off or jealous about that? If anything, and this is not to be like full of myself, right? But if anything, me telling that person like, "Oh, I'm writing a book," and they're like, "Oh, I always wanted to do that." You can. Like me telling this person, "You can write a book, go write a book." To me, that's invaluable. To me, that's amazing. Like the fact that I told this person I'm writing a book and it made them want to go out and write a book, and then they did. To me, that's fucking awesome. I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing. You know what I mean? Like like I've realized since I started writing, like I probably have a million stories in me. I could keep going. I could be the next, Anne Rice or Stephen King or whatever. Like I seriously, like bring it on. Like let me just keep going. Like, does somebody want to sponsor me so I could stay at home and write all day and all night? Because I will. Like, you want to pay me like 80 grand a year and I'll just pump out novels? Like, I can do that. like, seriously. Like, I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing, what I love to do. The fact that I encourage this person to do what they want to do what they've always wanted to do what they love to do, I think that's awesome. I think that's awesome. And they're going to continue to do whatever they want to do with their life, Maybe they only ever wanted to write one book. Maybe they're going to write music after. Maybe they're going to become an actor and go on TV. A million things could happen. Congratulations. You're fulfilling your purpose. I love that for you. I too feel as though I'm fulfilling my purpose. Whether I ever become famous, whether I ever make a fucking dime, whatever. I'm doing me. I'm doing what I want to do. I'm doing what I love. That is what is important. That, as I tell you guys all the time, is my abundance. That is my fulfillment. I'm literally fulfilling my soul, right? My soul's purpose. It can't get any greater than that. I'm just saying. Like whoever this is, like they're gonna come to terms with whatever they've done. They're gonna keep moving on. They're gonna keep moving forward. For them, it's like with the Wheel of Fortune, it's like they're closing one cycle and starting a new cycle. So like they're gonna begin something new for themselves with the Ace of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune. So again, if we use that example, like this person deciding to write a book and they write a book, And let's say that they're not happy with it, that they realize that they think, like, oh, I wrote the book, but it was a piece of trash. Okay, so what's next? Don't stop. Do something else. Do something else. We all have the capability to do whatever the hell we want to do. It's all about mindset. It's all about positivity, negativity, putting in the effort. Like, when I write for my book, I make goals. I've told you guys this before. My goal is by Friday to have 3 chapters written for the week. I already wrote one on Sunday. I'll probably write 1 or 2 tomorrow. And then if I only write 1 tomorrow, I'll write 1 on Thursday or Friday. I'll have hit my 3 chapters by the end of the week. And then my goal for next Sunday is 3 chapters. I have no plans for next weekend. There's no shows anywhere that I want to go see other than going to the lake to watch the sunrise on Saturday and Sunday. Both of my days will be free. Saturday is usually my fun day for me, whatever I want to do. And Sunday I write. And this, of course, because I always do this 24/7. Well, not 24/7, but 7 days a week. Setting little goals for myself keeps me moving forward, keeps the story advancing, and I'm getting closer and closer to finishing this book. And then I'm going to edit it, and then I'm going to find someone else to edit it, and then we're going to get it published. I've told you guys before, I'm going to self-publish. And if I make a dime, I make a dime. If I don't, I don't. I accomplished something. I did what I wanted to do. I wrote what I wanted to do. And no matter what anybody else ever thinks about my book, to me, it's a fucking masterpiece. And you should always feel that way about anything that you put out there. And yeah, you could say like, oh, someone half-assed it and it wasn't that great. Dude, at least they half-assed it. They could have been like, oh, no, I'm too scared. Like, I can't, I don't want to, I don't know. No. You tried. You tried something. It didn't work out for you. Okay, what's the next thing? What's the plan? What are we doing next? Don't stop. Don't ever stop creating. Do not ever stop moving forward. This is someone realizing, like, whatever they were doing, whatever they were working on, maybe it just wasn't meant to be. Maybe it wasn't for them. But again, they're going to make peace with the situation. They're going to make a decision. They're going to have their new beginning. Their cycle's going to close out. They're going to start a new cycle. And when you get into something with this 6 of Pentacles, it says generosity on there. You need to be kind to yourself. Because when you start doing something new, like because you guys, I've talked about it, I'm on my 3rd book. They're small books. They're like, originally I was picturing them as comic books. Now I picture them as like those little tiny like books from, like the early 1900s, right? Like those cute little novels. That's what I picture it as. But anyway, when I first started writing the first book, I was very encouraging to myself. And again, I'm a very goal-oriented person. I like to plan things out ahead of time. So I was like, okay, same thing. Like, I'm going to write a chapter today. I'm going to write a chapter in 2 days. I'm going to write. But when I wasn't able to stick to that, that's okay. I'm not going to beat myself up over it. If I had something else I needed to do, if I needed to take time off for me, I'm always going to do that. Always. So it's being kind to yourself, being generous with yourself, and knowing that when you first start something, you need to be positive about it and keep moving forward through it. And if by the end, like like if I had finished writing my first book and been like, yeah, I'm not digging it. And I don't think I want to write anymore. Like, I'm not enjoying it. It's not something I love. Then I wouldn't have wrote the second one. And I wouldn't be writing the third one. But I can guarantee you I would be doing other things. Probably more things with YouTube, probably different things with TikTok. Maybe something else. I don't know. But I'm never going to not create. Because first off, I like doing things for myself and for the world. If it could benefit someone down the line, fabulous. I love that. Or entertain someone, I love that. I'm always going to create for myself because I have that creativity in me. I always have. I just never had the courage to do anything about it. When I started my healing journey and I started healing myself and looking at toxicity and friends and family and myself, and I always wanted to write ever since I was a little kid. Ever since I was a little kid. I actually started writing a book when I was in my early 20s, I think. I had like a 3-ring binder. I had paper in there. I wrote down notes. I wrote down the names of all the characters. Since I was a kid, I always created stories in my head. And I would play them out in my head like a movie. Like, I've always had this in me. Always. And I never felt like I could do it. And I never had encouragement. And it's funny because encouragement from others aside, don't get me wrong, that's nice. It's great when your family encourages you and your friends encourage you and your spouse and all that. But when you don't have that, you need to know how to encourage yourself. You need to kick your own ass and get going, you know? The longer you put it off, you're not going to want to do it. And you're denying your purpose and you're denying the world your purpose. And I wouldn't want that for anybody. It's a lot of heavy discussion right now. Or maybe it's not heavy. I don't know. I think I'm going to leave it there. I'm not seeing anything else. I'm not hearing anything else. I just hope whoever this is that they keep going, that they don't beat themselves up, and that they recognize that at the end of the day, even if you feel like something is like not the best, that doesn't mean that everybody else isn't going to feel that way. Or that doesn't mean that everybody else is going to feel that way. Yeah, I'm going to leave it there. I hope it resonated. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope, if anything, you found it entertaining. I hope you all have a great day and or evening wherever you are. And I will talk to you later. Bye.